Okay, well, let's just do it. Like, fucking, let's make it something entertaining or something. So, this guy pulls up plenty of fish. And, premature ejaculation. Pre- oh, man. I don't know, like, is that the case for the majority of males that they can do that if they just let it happen or whatever? You can chase in, like, fucking 10 seconds or something like that. I don't know. I guess it's different for some other people, yeah. But, oh, look. You can touch your penis 10 seconds, jizz, and be done. Or you can try forever to find contact with some female, and it's just like, maybe some people are better at it. I don't know. I haven't tried it in a while. I was too busy going to jail and shit. So fine. I mean, it makes it cool to have a lady in your life. But, I guess I'm not cool like that. Anyways, oh, real talk real quick. Consider the fact that everything we've been taught or considered to can be normal, like behavior or something, is sort of like some sort of mismatch with real conditions of our world. So it's like, I'll just throw it out there. It's like go with some lady on some date, and it's like while you're on that fucking date, what's happening all over the world? Fish, the insects, the wildlife vertebrate animals, the forests and the trees are dying. The polar ice caps are melting. There's a proxy war going on. There's like, a nuclear war risking, at least risks it and heightens the risk. Proxy war going on in Ukraine. Like, as time goes on, we're approaching more risks of nuclear war occurring. I was like, things are not like fucking calm to the point where it's actually like rational to feel comfortable hanging out and doing some sort of normal like hangout activity of any kind. And it's just the fact that we don't remember how severe of an emergency condition that we have that we're willing to do these things. Or it's just so comfortable doing them. Maybe we'd still be willing to do them. So, there's like fucking people who have pre-existing commitments with some other person and shit. And that's fucking different. But then, say you don't have some person that you're in a relationship with already. You don't have some time commitment already. So, you're in a relationship with a person. You have some sort of like emotional and trust-based commitment to spend time with them and shit. And say you don't have that. It's just like, maybe it's more reasonable not to add it on. To have this guy in, I don't know who he was, but he was in the Marines and he had a wife. It was the wife of someone who was in the Marines, or ex-wife or something. And the Marines said, like, if we wanted you to have a wife, we would have issued you one. If we wanted you to have a wife, we would have issued you one. So, they issue them various equipment. Anyway, so they just have, you want to deal with all that. That's not what we're telling you to do. But anyway, so, the reason is because there's, a lot of responsibilities and shit like that. And there's a lot of stuff to do. And whatever. But anyways, in your real daily fucking life, actually, if you're staying connected with all the serious problems in the world, there's a lot of fucking stuff to do, and it's just like, if you don't have some sort of time commitment already, maybe it's not like necessary to like struggling to add it on. Basically, no, it's all kind of I fucking angry or something like that. It's like. Okay, so there are a lot of fun things we can do of various kinds, and fuck them. Respond to the emergency. Respond to the fucking emergency. Okay? That was my dating advice. This is my official dating advice. I will change it later. How reliable am I? My official dating advice. Respond to the global emergencies. So many people could die soon. And a lot of fucked up problems. It can cause a lot of pain, loss, and disaster for a lot of people. We have serious fucked up problems in the world to deal with. What are they? Who cares? Learn more about them. Should be able to rattle off a list in your head so you know what to be worried about. Born to learn more about what to be worried about. In terms of fucking disasters and problems developing all over our planet. Learn more about what to be worried about. Now I have acquired much doomsayer wizardry skill from being alone. Now, say some fucking woman had been around in my life for the last several years. It's just like, I would think like a fucking normie or something. Like, shit, man. So there are advantages. I've experienced some advantages from being alone. Now, of course, you can think like a panicked person if there's some sort of woman around or whatever. But like fucking... Could I have been babbling to myself all the time about nukes if I was hanging around with some lady all day? It's like, I don't think I would have gotten there, so. There's just a lot of fucking activities and ways that people can tend to behave when they're not thinking about emergency. That you shouldn't feel like you're missing out if you don't engage in them. Like, there's the movie theater. I don't know what the fucking movies are. I don't know what's coming out. I don't think I've barely been to a fucking movie theater movie in years and shit. What are the TV shows these days? I don't fucking know. How do you fucking swing a golf club so you don't slice it and shit? I don't know. There's lots of things that people might consider valuable that you don't necessarily need. Just focusing on disaster and emergency is the more valuable and appropriate thing. So, like, damn, like, I know about it and shit. It's like, I don't know, probably only fucking, imagine a more male audience or something. I don't think anyone who's hearing this. But, there's, like, some sort of, like, idea that, like, you're doing better if you have a girlfriend or something. And, you're supposed to have, like, validation from a woman, or validation from other people, and you don't need it. I think there's some sort of intrinsic value, feeling of value that you get from, like, worrying about a serious problem and dealing with it. So, like, I get that, honestly, so, like, fucking... That's why I'm able to walk the fuck around alone all day and ramble about disaster. It's because I feel validated by doing it, just in, like, this is clearly correct. This is clearly the fucking correct thing to do. So, you know, I don't have to worry about being in X, Y, and Z position that people consider normal, or whatever. Like, so, you know, like, fucking someone, like, I'm 29. Shouldn't you have a full-time job or something? You're going to college, but you could have a full-time job. You know, it doesn't take that long. And go get a car. It's cool to have a car. People will think you're cool or something. And it's just like, I don't need to fucking care about that. I need to ramble about the apocalypse. I need to ramble about the fucking apocalypse. So, other comments on Diddy. It's a bitch. It takes forever. Don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. I kind of like that fucking, like, that mindset that they had in the Marines or whatever. Like, fuck, I don't, maybe they were just being rude. I don't know, but, you don't need to fall in love. Nuclear bombs could be raining down from the skies and shit. 1039.